Hello there. If you're watching this right now, you're probably a property owner sitting in a post-storm environment. Perhaps your home or property was recently affected by a hailstorm, windstorm, tornado, or some other catastrophic event or activity. You're also probably wondering why there are several local construction, roofing, restoration companies knocking on your door, leaving flyers and marketing material. You may even be getting annoying calls from telemarketing companies attempting to and marketing material and or property inspection. At this very moment, you might even have a company sales associate at your house or on your roof doing an inspection. My name is Anthony Del Medico, SVG founder and CEO. My company, Storm Ventures Group, trains, certifies, and works with tens of thousands of contractors all over the nation to assist them to get the right training, the right certification and tools in their arsenal, precisely so that they can help the 138 million American property owners across the United States, just like you, after they have experienced storms or catastrophic events that may have affected their property and warrant an insurance claim. Storms and catastrophic events are growing exponentially in the last 2 decades. And if your property has not sustained damage right now, there's a good chance it will sometime soon. So what are these companies looking for? Most storm damage, hail and wind, cannot be seen from the ground or your driveway. As you can see in some of the videos behind me, it takes a trained eye and someone on your roof to properly inspect for this kind of damage. Many SVG trained contractors use the latest in storm tracking technology, and they know when high winds or certain size hail has the ability to damage your roof substrate material. Your roof may not even be leaking at the moment, but very well could be in the coming years due to these recent storm events, if not checked after even a mild hail or windstorm. Furthermore, SVG trained contractors know that once certain wind speeds or hail size is recorded, your roofing manufacturer warranty is void, like you see behind me. But many property owners find this out too late, years later, when they have a leak or an issue. Hence why you need to file an insurance claim now. So what are you supposed to do as the property owner? Here are some facts about filing a claim on your homeowner's insurance policy. Number 1, your homeowner's insurance policy typically covers this type of damage after recent storms, and they will pay to repair or replace any of this damage, bringing your roof and other damaged areas on your property to pre-storm condition. That's why you have insurance. Again, you might not think this is a big deal now, but for example, if your roof should have lasted another 10 or 15 years, but now its life has been depleted to perhaps only another 5 years, and your warranty is negated, you have taken financial loss after that storm, leaking or not. Hence, your carrier may owe to replace the entire roof or at least repair the bad sections. Number 2, filing hail and wind claims due to tornadoes, hailstorms, hurricanes, and other act of God weather-related claims are non-chargeable claims. They cannot raise your rates individually for filing these types of claims, and they cannot drop you, as these are circumstances beyond your control. Number 3, since these are non-chargeable claims, it's a good idea to file them if any damage is found on your roof or property, as most insurance policies have a rule that these types of claims must be filed within 1 to 2 years from date of loss. Not filing them now and waiting for a bigger problem down the road may lead you to not receiving insurance coverage for later repairs, and your manufacturer's warranty could be void. Your SVG trained contractor will do a fairly quick inspection and take any photos of the roof and any other areas around the property that may have been affected by recent storms. They usually have a pretty good idea of what various carriers are approving and paying for as damage, as these guys routinely meet insurance adjusters out at properties just like yours and understand most of the criteria involved for repair or replacement by carrier standards. With that said, these contractors are not public adjusters whom can interpret your policy or coverage, but they certainly can do a no obligation, complimentary inspection and let you know their thoughts and opinions as a contractor as to whether or not your roof and other exterior trades on your property may have experienced any loss of life or serviceability due to weather, workmanship, or warranty. SVG trained contractors are the leading experts in these types of inspections and analysis. If the contractor does find damage on your property that meets the industry criteria for repair or replacement, they will sit down with you and go over a process to get started and show you how to get them and your insurance adjuster at your property at the same time. This is imperative so they can agree on a scope of damage and get this repair work done for insurance proceeds. If damage is found, you're going to want to get that claim filed immediately with your insurance carrier. Here's a list of numbers behind me, but they are subject to change. So you may need to check your policy for any numbers or any claims office phone numbers, or even call your agent to get the number. Most claims offices are open 24 hours a day, so best to get it done right now so you don't forget later on. Typically, when you call in that claims office, they're going to ask you for a date of loss. If you are unsure of the storm date, check with the SVG trained contractor, as they usually are well equipped with the latest storm tracking technology and can provide you an accurate date of loss from recent storms. When you call that claims office, they'll most likely ask you a few questions, provide you with a claim number over the phone, and assign a field adjuster to come out and inspect your lost or damaged property. Be sure to provide them with the name and contact information of the contractor whom did your inspection, and be sure to ask them to have the field adjuster call your contractor before coming to the property so they can come up with a mutually agreeable time to meet out on your property and inspect damages and agree to a scope of work. Typically, a field adjuster will then come out to your property within 3 to 10 business days, depending on how busy they are with other similar claims in your area. In many states, they have a strict timeline to come inspect your claim or loss within a given amount of time. If you don't hear from a field adjuster within 10 days, you need to call that claims office and ring the bell. After you file that claim, and when that field adjuster does finally call you back, it's important to let him know that you would like your contractor present during the inspection. There are situations where some adjusters may try and show up when you're not home, or do not call your contractor to meet at the property. This is a big no-no. Be very clear with them in a nice professional way that they are not to get on your roof or property until your contractor is present. The truth is, most field adjusters actually enjoy meeting a contractor whom is making the repairs at the property. This often makes the whole process faster, which is to the benefit of the property owner. You should question the motives of an adjuster or carrier that would purposely not call or make efforts to meet your contractor of choice at your property. When the adjuster does show up at your property, always ask for identification and license if you're present. There are cases where third-party engineers, ladder assists, and even other contractors are sent by the carrier in a hurry to inspect and adjust properties. Imagine the absurdity of your contractor's competitor showing up to meet your contractor of choice to determine your claim and the damage to your property. These practices often lead to a property owner not getting a fair claim settled, and for 100 reasons. Again, it is important to note that these type of individuals, ladder assists, third-party engineers, preferred contractors, if these individuals are sent by your carrier, oftentimes they are not licensed adjusters and often can make bad calls or observations on your property. In fact, in many states, it's actually illegal and against state statutes for these third-party folks to be on your property and assessing it for coverage. Yet it happens daily around the country, and often when carriers are shorthanded in staff and field adjusters. Make it clear you only want a licensed adjuster inspecting on your property, and make it clear that you want them meeting your contractor. For these reasons and many more, it's important to have a competent and trained contractor present at any insurance adjustment. Remember, your contractor is the expert on how weather, workmanship, and manufacturer warranties affect your property. And the information they bring and their professional opinion is crucial when a carrier is determining a loss to your property. Your SVG trained contractor works for you, and the carrier's adjuster works for the carrier. Typically, by having both present at that insurance adjustment results in the best outcome, the best scope of work, and the fastest recovery process for you, the property owner. In many cases, when that insurance adjuster does come out alone, second and third adjustments are required down the road. Readjustment and even appraisal is needed because those two parties, your contractor and the adjuster, weren't there at the first adjustment at the same time, which could have led to a much faster outcome for you, the property owner.